You are in for a treat. Are you looking for answers? Are you looking to really find the answers of the questions you have? In that case, keep on watching. There will be 3 or 4 videos in a row, chunks about 15 to 20 minutes, sharing with you information on how you can transform your life. You will see several chapters of me sharing bits and pieces of a webinar that I did, Truth Core Essence. Instead of sending you the long webinar, it's 1 hour 20, I cut it for you so you have it in digestible chunks. Welcome to Truth Core Essence. Welcome to this webinar. So good to see you. So good that you're here. You are going to DSI, stands for Designing Your Self-Image. How many of you have heard of a paradigm before? A paradigm is a multitude of habits fixed in your subconscious mind. A paradigm is a multitude of habits fixed in your subconscious mind. A big part of the paradigm is your self-image. Self-image is indeed the image how you see yourself. Now, very important about the self-image, and I want you to write that down, is you cannot outperform your self-image. What does that mean? What does that mean? We have to recreate our self-image. Not based on our conditioning, yet based on how we see life today. And if you're not aware, you will always be drawn back to the limits of your self-image, if you want it or not. This is the basics of self-development. If you're doing self-development and there's no adjustment of your self-image, I can write you on paper that your achievements are going to be less than 5%. Self-development means you develop yourself in such a way that you become your true self. Self-realization, self-actualization. You have to imagine yourself. When we grow up, there's conditioning going on. People tell us what we are not able to do, and we listen. We look up to authority. We look up to our parents. And by growing up, you discover that perhaps they didn't know either, yet when we were children, we thought they knew everything. They only knew that based upon their awareness, how self-conscious they were. And those of you who are here already 40 years, 30 years, 50 years, you know that the previous generations were not having the same access to all the knowledge here that we have right now. So our parents only could deal with the stuff like they were helped by their parents when they grew up. And that was a total different life vision. That was a total different world vision. This is why we all have to do with generational conditioning. I know that when I was in the belly of my mom as a fetus, I know that my mom went through a lot of periods of fear. I already was conditioned from that moment on. And if you are aware what your mother went through when you were in her belly, you will get to understand what already started conditioning you from that moment on, even though you were not born. There's also conditioning that passes through the cells. The talents that you have, things that come so familiar, particular, easy for you. It can be something given from generations for you. That's why we look like our family members.
Okay? There's all wisdom passed through the cells. So the self-image that we have when we are children is just formed by conditioning, generational, and when we grew up. If you put a child that is born in China and put it in the US, it will grow up speaking English, American English, and have no knowledge about Chinese. The other way around is as well. When there's a child born in the US or in the UK and you bring it to China, it will grow up and learn that language, and perhaps even without any knowledge of the English. So your environment is very conducive for who you became when you were a child and what you took with you. So that self-image is stored in our subconscious. Now I want you to know we all have an emotional data bank, and I want you to write down there's two parts of the brain that are responsible for that. The amygdala, write it down, amygdala is responsible for the emotions. The hippocampus is another part of the brain, and that is responsible for the long and the short-term memory. Now, everything that happened with a lot of repetition and a lot of emotion got stored deep in our subconscious mind. Now, let me share with you this drawing, okay? This is a drawing that we work with. We have the conscious mind and subconscious mind, okay? This is a thinking mind, this is the feeling mind. Whatever happened with a lot of repetition and a lot of emotion, that was your conditioning till the age of 7. And from then on, you become a bit more conscious. And then you get to actually reject things. First, the subconscious mind is a sponge. This is why conditioning is so deep. This is why you feel that pull, that gap between knowing what you want to do and then not doing it. We all go through the same thing, okay? So this feeling mind actually affects our behavior. What you think induces how you feel. And you have that back and forth. And then, you know, if there's a boy who is very shy and wants to ask a girl to dance on a party, how is his behavior going to be? Compared to a boy who feels confident and just walks up to that girl he wants to dance with. He asks her to dance and she says yes, and they have the time of their life. Do you see that the action that follows from the confidence or the shyness is totally different, and the result as well? Okay? So thoughts, feelings, behavior, actions, and results. And whatever gets to you in your circumstances, your outside world, you have your smelling, seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, all 5 senses. This is how we interact with our outside world. This is how we get feedback from the people who are literally taking care of us when we are children. So we get to grow. We get to grow from a baby to a child. So we were very dependent. And we were literally depending on how they took care of us. We were literally depending on our environment, how we built our self-view, how we built the views to the world. We decided at some point, this is how the world is, based on the relationships we were in, based on everything that the people mirrored to us. Now, when it comes to designing a self-image, there's a lot that we can do. And yes, if you want to use the word healing, you absolutely can heal yourself. Absolutely, you can. And I know many of the practices that I do is working very deep, the connection with the soul and the body. And this is where you create a lot of healing.
For those of you who already know you want to be part of the 11-week signature program, Truth Core Essence, you can set up this bond so I can officially invite you to the family. Go to the description and find the link there. You've got it. See you there.
Questions so far? Okay, good. Now we go to 3. Actually, that's then week 5. Okay. Okay. Thoughts, feelings, actions, results. TFAR. This. I guide you through the process. So you get to understand who you truly are. You get to observe yourself based upon your habits. What is a habit? Or how does it get to be? Okay. It comes from a thought that you have been thinking over and over and over again until it got so ingrained in your life, in your mind, in your body, that you don't question it at all anymore. You're so identified with it. Let me ask you a question. What are your habits? When you get up in the morning, what is it you do? Yes, you get up, you go to the kitchen, you go to the toilet, you brush your teeth, and then some people get their phone, many people get their phone, or perhaps get their first cigarettes, they already get a coffee. Some people get to meditate, they get to walk with the dog, they shower, they go out of the house, they step on the bus, and they're gone for the rest of the day. And so you do these things without questioning, you just do. Many people have no breakfast, others of you have breakfast. All of that you just do because you have been doing it over and over again. You don't question why you need to brush your teeth because your parents have been telling you over and over that you need to brush your teeth. Or the dentist, or you did not. Okay? So habits. This is so important. I want you to become the observer of your reality. Observe. We're going to cleanse and clear. We're going to declutter what is not working for you, all the limiting beliefs, all the outdated beliefs. Let me ask you a question. Ready? Okay. Recall what you want to do. What is for you an important goal in your life? Perhaps it is family, perhaps it is going on a trip together, perhaps it is setting a specific financial goal, buying a specific house, setting up a business. Think of that. Getting healthy. Think of that. Being in a fit body. Think of that. It doesn't matter what you pick. Now, think that thoughts, and then can you be honest enough to discover what are you telling to yourself in that moment? It's not gonna happen. The healthy relationship is not for me. Was not, well, that's for other people, not for me. The healthy body, this is building my family. This is going to be it. My father had it, my mom had it. My dad was a working class hero. I'm not gonna be rich. If I just get to, if I just have enough money to pay my bills, then I'm happy. If I just can go on holiday, yeah, 2 weeks, it's good, it's good. Oh no, I'm not able to write that book. Look how I spend my time. Do I have any time left? What are the thoughts in your head? Be honest here. Can you share some in the chat? Okay, whatever you think you can, or you think you can't, you are right. And it was Henry Ford who said that. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. What does that mean? If you believe that something is not going to happen or something is going to happen, no matter the thing that you believe, there's a self-fulfilling prophecy, your subconscious mind. And it will do anything to prove to you that you are right. Watch the words that you speak when you speak to people. Watch the thoughts when things happen in your life. How many times are you dismissing yourself? I know for sure that people don't know how to think because they tell so many things. If they would be aware how they speak what they think, they wouldn't say the words that come out of their mouth. Because if they would be aware, they wouldn't say those things. And this is where I guide you, that you become aware exactly the same way. This is crucial on your self-development journey. How you think, how you feel, how you behave. And we're not going to disrupt all the behaviors. We are going to replace them by behaviors that are slightly better. This is why New Year's resolutions don't work. Because it's done with just no founding, no grounding. There's no reflection back to the self-image. There's no self-questioning. There's no internalization. There's no integration. That doesn't work that way. That dog won't fly, okay? So this is why we focus 1 week deeply on thoughts, feelings, and actions. And this gets back to designing your self-image and your goals, because it comes up anywhere. So it's going to be something of the octopus that we are going to use over and over again. It's so crucial. Okay, for the 6th week, okay?
Yes, and type webinar for those of you who really want to receive this webinar in full, so you can watch it in full according to your availability. For those of you who already know you want to be part of the 11-week signature program Truth Core Essence, you can set up this band so I can officially invite you to the family. Go to the description and find the link there. You've got it. See you there.
Watch the link in the description to join Truth Core Essence with 33% off. This is your time. I suggest you do now, as the investment increases in stages before the starting date on June 5th, 2025. That's a Thursday. If you have any questions about investment plan or something else, sure, absolutely, I'm here. Direct message on Instagram. Do friend me first so I see your message arriving in my folder, not in a hidden one. My name is Sige Nagels, life coach on Instagram. Find me there, and I'm so grateful that we can set up this bond and I can officially invite you to the community. The time is now. Let's do this, and your higher self is going to shower you with so many blessings. Bye.